Hello Internet friends, my name is Rich. Thanks so much for joining me today on the Toy Aisle Alliance YouTube channel. I want to do a Darth's haul video on something I hauled, or the mailman hauled it to my doorstep. It is the new DC Multiverse Clayface wave, so named because the Collect-and-Connect is Clayface. I was so excited about these guys that I actually injured myself opening the boxes. So what I'm going to do, there have been lots of videos on this wave already. I'm just going to quickly talk about each one, and we'll go down the line, my least favorite to my favorite. So we'll start with my least favorite. It doesn't mean I hate it. It just means it's the one that is my favorite the least. It is the Martian Manhunter figure based on his appearance in the Supergirl TV show. Not a bad figure at all. I'll move these guys out of the way so you can see him a bit better. Not a bad figure at all. It's just I'm not really collecting any of the TV characters. I mainly just like getting the comic characters. So that's one reason. I was kind of hoping I might be able to sneak him into my my modern or Rebirth Justice League display as sort of a modern Martian Manhunter. However, he's a little too small to fit in with the comic figures. Still, he looks good. Nice head sculpt. Decent articulation, but not great articulation, mainly because a lot of the TV figures have a lot of unique tooling, so the articulation they're a little bit lacking on compared to the other ones. He does come with some cool accessories. He comes with a couple of, these aren't really that cool, but he comes with a couple of extra hands, where they are basically just sort of a relaxed grip hand. Coolest of all, though, and what really makes him a really cool figure, he comes with the Black Mercy sort of alien plant. This is something that's from a very famous Superman comic written by Alan Moore, where basically this thing attaches itself to you and basically makes you dream of, you know, your ultimate reality or your perfect reality. And you kind of go into a coma, kind of living this dream world, which, to be honest, doesn't sound that bad. But so that's cool to get that, because you can use that with your comic figures as well. So there is the Supergirl Martian Manhunter. What's my next least favorite? We'll say Two-Face. This is the Rebirth Two-Face, so it's sort of a modern-day Two-Face. I really like this figure, actually. I really like this wave, so even though it's my second least favorite, I still really dig it. In fact, I kind of regret saying he's my second least favorite, but comes with some cool accessories. He has this pistol, this big gun, a little too big actually for his hands. He comes with 4 hands, 2 sets. So the hands that he comes with are the 2 gripping hands, and then he comes with a hand holding the scarred up side of the coin, and the non-scarred up coin. I think that's awesome. I wish more Two-Face figures would do that. And here, we'll take a look at his scarred side. So definitely a different take on Two-Face, a little more, not serious. I don't know how I describe it. They've kind of foregone the different colors on each side of the clothing. But definitely he still has the scarred up face. So cool figure, actually. I kind of like it. My next favorite, let's say Jessica Cruz Green Lantern. I've seen other videos, better videos than this one, obviously, on this figure, and it didn't look the greatest, but in hand, I really dig her. I like this figure quite a lot. Yeah, definitely one of the better lanterns that Mattel has done for Green Lantern figures. The articulation on these guys as well is really good. She has double jointed knees, and you can see they kind of have the holes covered, if that makes any sense. She also has hinged wrists, which is awesome. Still no ankle rockers on any of these, which is really disappointing. That's the one thing that I think if Mattel did that, people would be a lot more excited about these figures. But overall, if you're a Green Lantern fan, I think she is a fine addition to your Green Lantern Corps. And then my second favorite is the Rebirth Superman. I think this is one of the better. Everything's really going 60s Batman crooked on me. I apologize for that. I think it's one of the better Superman figures that Mattel has done. Again, he has double jointed knees as well. No hinges at the wrist, unfortunately, but he does look up fairly well. So if you want to get him in, compared to most Mattel DC figures, he looks up well, I should say. So if you want to get him into some flying poses, you can do that because he comes with a couple of flying hands, or karate chop hands, but pretty sure they're meant to be flying hands. So that is cool. The only thing is, the Rebirth Superman eventually got red boots on his costume, which look infinitely better. I don't know why they ever went with these kind of pajama feet look in the first place. And also, as you know, Superman has gone back to his original red trunk look. So his figure's a little outdated already. But if you just have a regular Superman figure, that's what he looks like now. So still, I kind of dig this guy. Oh, and before I forget, Jessica Cruz does come with some constructs. I don't like these a whole lot. They look more like vines. And I'm not that familiar with the character in the comics, so maybe her constructs do look kind of weird like that, but I might give those to Poison Ivy. And my favorite figure in the line, I don't know if favorite's the right word, but the one I was looking forward to the most is Batwoman. This is a much, much requested action figure, and we are finally getting her. I think Mattel did a really good job on her as well. I suspect it's the same body mold as Jessica Cruz, with some different paint and different, belt, different head, obviously. But I think they've done an excellent job on this girl, or this woman, I should say. Really happy to add her to my Batman family. She's a little lacking in accessories. I wish she came with a Batarang. She does come with an alternate unmasked head, which isn't bad, but it's not great. And she has a little bit of red on her face. That could be blood from when I cut my finger. I don't think it is, though. So not bad. I would have been happy with the Batarang, but still, really, really excited to have Batwoman finally in my collection. Now, the main event of this wave, and to me, what really makes these figures worth it, and what really put it over the top when I was deciding I was going to get every single character or every single figure in this wave, is the Collect-and-Connect Clayface. This is one of the best Build-A-Figures or Collect-and-Connect, whatever you want to call them, figures by any company. I think this rivals the best work of Hasbro. And what's really amazing is he does have ankle rockers or ankle pivot, whatever you want to call it. And he has to in order to stand correctly. Amazing, amazing articulation on this guy. It's got a ab crunch, turns at the waist. Decent elbow articulation, not double jointed, but still good. And his wrists are hinged as well, so you get a little movement there. Whoops, you get decent knee articulation. I don't go over the articulation, I do these videos, but just with Clayface, it's so impressive. And again, like I said, the ankle pivot, and his jaw opens, and you can see some extra random teeth in there, which is completely accurate to how he is in the comics now. So this is sort of a Clayface in his current look, but it absolutely, will work in any Batman display if you want a Clayface. The only thing is his head articulation is a little disappointing. You pretty much can only turn it around like that. But again, that's due to the design. So, this figure almost makes the entire wave worth it. Great paint, great sculpt. I believe the Four Horsemen did sculpt this guy. Regardless, I love this Collect-and-Connect figure. Can't wait to put him on the Bathman. That'd be an interesting superhero. I can't wait to put him on the Batman villain shelf. So there you go, guys. The DC Multiverse Clayface wave. If you are a DC fan, I definitely recommend picking up those guys. There's some core modern day characters. If you're a Build-A-Figure or a Collect-and-Connect Big Fig fan, definitely track down the Clayface. I think he's one of the best Build-A-Figures ever. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to my rambling. And until next time, I will see ya.